Let's get your thoughts on Thomas Frank so far.
Yeah.
How many competitive games we had so far now, Sonny? About five competitive games. What's your thoughts on him?
I think he started well. I mean, he's coming off the back of Ange and the connection and the difficulties, and then winning the
hasn't been a normal summer for Spurs, has it?
No, it's not. And you've got that new revitalised energy. You see the parade and you see all that, and then he's had to come into an environment and really stamp his authority, not only on the team, but I think looking at the players, I think he's won the dressing room. Just hearing what they're sort of saying about him, seeing what they're sort of doing on the pitch, which is a great positive. That shows what a great manager is to be able to do that instantly. And
I also love the team around him as well, because Justin Cochrane is number 2, someone I know well. I grew up with him in North London. He's an older of us. And he seems like he's got a real connection with those young players. Brendan Johnson's already talked about he's improving him, etc. You know, I think a real good leader is someone who allows his team around him to take their leadership roles and doesn't interfere almost. Yeah,
100%. And I think he's coming to blip against Bournemouth at home.
Who are a really good team, by the way.
They're a good team, but you'd look at it, but probably it was just a little bit of a blip within that sort of opening sort of period. But I think he's come in and done well. He's got my respect. I like the way he sort of handles himself. He likes his paddle, doesn't he?
Is he a paddle man?
He's a paddle man. He had one in the training ground. I'm sure they probably built him on that. They must have done. That must
got the room over there, haven't
they? Yeah. But he loves his paddle, and you can see it. I just like the way he communicates. I think if he gets it right, it'd be one of the most successful managers Spurs have had.
Yeah, and I think what I've enjoyed from the early stages is we've had moments in these early games, like West Ham, when we had that goal disallowed wrongly. The old Spurs would have gone, heads down. But then we went again. Last night, another example. You get that early goal and you think, we're going to... You know, you're thinking, like last season under Ange, you think we're going to concede in a minute. Yeah. Comfortable watch. I mean, maybe a bit boring in stages, as you said, but it's a comfortable watch. Against City, I didn't think we were going to concede in that game. So there are those sort of little shoots where you're like, it's all starting to come together quite early. And also what we've got to take into consideration is this squad are now winners. Like they've won something. They're hungry to win more. You know, Romero said it. He wants to win more trophies. He's taking that leadership. They're all taking their responsibilities. They're all happy with their roles, coming in and out and moving it. You know, the keeper could swap one week. The midfielders, the places are up for grabs. I'm not going to do a Bentley and be upset because they're sub.
No, don't do that. They're modern. They're all right.
But I think you were saying about the environment you played in. I can see that environment building again, and you've sort of Levy's gone now. You've got a bit of a freshness. You've got Vinay's come in. There seems to be a 100%. Nice bit of positivity coming.
And back to what David said about characters and people in the dressing room. You know, I had the pleasure of bumping into some of the lads at the boxing, Dubois Usyk. And Madders was there, Van der Ven, Solanke, Spence, Brendan Johnson. And Madders is he's probably the leader of the group chat.
Oh, yeah, all day long. He's organising it all,
100%.
Yeah.
And, they were there all together. I love seeing football teams together on Lights Out because it just feels like there's camaraderie there.
But that's probably what drove the win. Yeah. That's what I mean. To get it over the line, And
those Christmas parties on the party must have...
I had a very important... Bring back the party.
Exactly. In terms of the players that we've now got, of course, we're seeing various changes at Spurs, director levels and down, etc. Has he got the players to succeed at Spurs now, Thomas Frank?
I think he has a squad strong, defensively looks strong. I think in the midfield, I like maybe the boy at Crystal Palace, the left-footed boy. What's he
Wharton.
Yeah. Somebody like that could sit in front and just dictate games.
Maybe the
young Gray
replacement, I guess.
Yeah, you've got Gray. He looks comfortable on the ball, but you're looking... I think he's being touted Real Madrid sort of stuff. If you can nip in and get a player like that, I think that sort of advances you on. And maybe Kane comes back next year.
Well,
I touted this the other week on my channel.
It might happen.
Especially with the change of at the top.
Yeah.
If there was any kind of issues or bad. Quickly on that, what was your dealings like with the previous chairman?
Yes.
No comment.
Yeah, difficult at times. Yeah. He's. I mean, all credit to Levy, unbelievable businessman. What he's done for the football club, it is amazing. Like when you come out the other side, dealing with him, he sort of penny pinches probably a bit too much, but he's trying to do that because he's a businessman.
Yeah.
I don't think at times that helps sport penny pinching. just in little areas, you know. I think you see it at Man United now. He's trying to do things
in the wrong places.
The staff that really create a football club, and that is another element as well. The people that you have that you don't see in a football club that create that energy as well and day-to-day sort of thing.
Well,
and
I can see with say the love that you guys still have of members of staff that you go back and help and do stuff for, you know.
Yeah, Jokesy and people like that. The kit man has been there for years, and he's a vital sort of part of the football club, you know, and creating that energy. I think sort of Levy might have at times sort of played about with that a little bit too much and caused a little bit of disharmony. But he was running a business. You can't really
have everything. Almost.
You can't have everything. Yeah. So
but it's left us in a really good position.
Yeah, 100%.
So let's talk about the expectations and predictions for the season for you. Now you've seen Frank. You've seen in different circumstances. We've seen the Premier League. We've seen the Champions League. We've gone to City. We've had every sort of game, I think, now for making a bit of an assessment. Thomas Frank's
PSG.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
What's your predictions for Spurs for the season, David?
Definite Champions League, which we're going to... Whether to win the league this year, I think next season will be a season that we could win the league. Whether we got a chance of doing that this year. And a cup competition, definitely, what with the FA Cup or the League Cup, I definitely think we've got a chance. I think he's got the discipline. We've got the quality in the squad and the team to actually go and win something this year. I think to win the Premier League, we've got probably more of a chance of winning Champions League than we have of the Premier League. I think just at this point...
We're too far behind the Liverpools and Arsenal.
I think we're just... You know, when they talk about that year...
The projects.
Yeah, I think we're probably a year... But we've certainly got the start of that being able to take over. If it's orchestrated well in the transfer windows and the sort of right buyers, you're going to see Tottenham, like next season, have a real go at winning the Premier League. I think it's a big ask to do it in the first year.
Unless you're Arne Slot.
Unless you're Arne Slot, yeah. I think they're just a little bit different in their sort of where they're sort of at.
You agree with that?
Yeah, I feel like, I mean, hopefully fifth place gets Champions League again. I think we're, really strong start to the season in all competitions. And, yeah, I think you're right with the Champions League. I said before the ball was kicked, maybe if we can get to the knockout stages, it'd be good. But I think we're maybe one or two... Like, Xavi Simons was a statement signing. We went out, took a player off Chelsea. He's going to get us off our seats. I think we could do with a left winger, maybe like an Ademola Lookman or a Semenyo in the future. It'd be great on that side.
Amazing,
oh, what a player!
But yeah, I think we can go to the big boys this season and get results. I'm positive in that.
Well, we've already done it, one.
Yeah, they
Manchester City.
Oh, we always do that.
That's easy, boss. He's done it.
Yeah, he's done it.
He's done Champions League football up there. I've never read that. Listen, chaps, always a pleasure. David, thank you so much for being a part of it and some of those amazing stories and some of those that you'll tell us off air. Thank you very much. That's all we've got time for this week on Inside Spurs. A huge thank you to Sonny and David. We'll see you soon. Come on, you Spurs.